Welcome to lesson 188. The peace of God is shining in me now. So thank goodness that it is, because as often as I fall into the ego thought system, I need to have something else inside of me that is going to pull me out and guide me and send me along on my way. So the peace of God is shining in me now. A lot of times I hear this lesson as the light of God is shining in me now. You could probably interchange the love of God is shining in me now. The joy of God is shining in me now. So yesterday we blessed everybody. We blessed ourselves. We should be feeling really good. I mean, I'm just laughing because I just got back from a little drive, and the ego thought system was very much alive with me behind the wheel, feeling annoyed with other drivers, and then even acting badly on my own part. So when that happens, we have to tell ourselves, that's not who I truly am. I am actually a nice, kind person. I don't know why I'm driving like a jerk right now, being mad at people. And I have to say, why wait for heaven? Those who seek the light are merely covering their eyes. The light is in them now. So even when I'm acting bad, the light is in me. Enlightenment is but a recognition, not a change at all. Light is not of the world, yet you who bear the light in you are alien here as well. So the light came with us from our native home, and it always stays with us because it's our own. It is the only thing you bring with you from him who is your source. Yeah, in a way, it is our own. It shines in you because it lights your home and leads you back to where it came from, and you are at home. So there's a light in you, there's a light in me, there's a light in everyone you see, and it cannot be lost. Why wait to find it in the future or believe it has been lost already or was never there? It can be so easily be looked upon. It can be so easily looked upon that arguments which prove it is not there become ridiculous. Who can deny the presence of what he beholds in him? All right, anyways, the light's in ya. The peace of God is shining in me now. It's a choice as to whether you're letting it shine, or you are covering your eyes, or you're obstructing it, or you're trying to snuff it out, but it never leaves. It's always there. The peace of God is shining in you now, and from your heart extends around the world. It pauses to caress each living thing and leaves a blessing with it that remains forever and forever. I'm just laughing because I really was such an aggressive driver just a little bit ago. It's just amazing to me how many different aspects can reside in us all the time. And yeah, some of them are definitely of the ego thought system, but the true aspects of ourself are, of course, what comes from God. Jesus, for lesson 188, said your true nature is love and the light of source. That's who you truly are. So yes, be very aware of your thoughts and where they take you. It is a choice which side of the fence you decide to play on. So your true nature, the peace of God that is shining within you, that's peace of mind and joy and bliss and love and kindness and creative pursuits and interests and passion and happiness. You have a choice all the time which thoughts you follow. Choose the Holy Spirit, or you choose the ego. When you choose the ego and fall on that side of the fence, you find yourself in fear and worry and sickness and loneliness and despair and a ton of rabbit holes that you can go down with all these negative, distorted aspects and negative thoughts of you. So don't go down the rabbit hole. Leap back. Do your best to leap back on the other side of the fence with the Holy Spirit, with love. When you start to have these negative thoughts, read A Course in Miracles, watch a video, get reminded of who you truly are. And you truly are, your true nature is love and the light of Source. Today, we are supposed to sit quietly and close our eyes. So do that. The light within you is sufficient. It alone has power to give the gift of sight to you. Exclude the outer world and let your thoughts fly to the peace within. They know the way. For honest thoughts untainted by the dream of worldly things outside yourself become the holy messengers of God Himself. These thoughts you think with Him, they recognize their home, and they point surely to their source, where God the Father and the Son are one. God's peace is shining on them, but they must remain with you as well. For they were born within your mind, as yours was born in God's. They lead you back to peace from where they came, but to remind you how you must return. So we're practicing coming nearer to the light in us today. We're going inside. We're listening. We're letting the light guide the way. And we're going to take all our wandering thoughts and we're going to gently bring them back to where they fall in line with all the thoughts we share with God. We will not let them stray. We let the light within our minds direct them to come home. We have betrayed them, ordering that they depart from us. But now we call them back and wash them clean of strange desires and disordered wishes. We restore to them the holiness of their inheritance, and thus our minds restored with them, and we acknowledge that the peace of God still shines within us and from us to all living things that share our life. We will, listen up, forgive them all, absolving all the world from what we thought it did to us. For it is we who make the world as we would have it. Now we choose that it be innocent, devoid of sin, and open to salvation. And we lay our saving blessing on it, as we say. The peace of God is shining in me now. Let all things shine upon me in that peace, and let me bless them with the light in me. So we're going to have a lot of thoughts that we're going to have to clean up. We're going to have to purify. We're going to have the Holy Spirit help us figure them out. We're calling them back to us in a way so that we can wash them clean of what we put out there and restore them the holiness of their inheritance. Yikes. We're going to have some work to do. Pathwaysoflight.org. Welcome to the reading, A Course in Miracles Workbook Lesson 188, Insights. The peace of God is shining in me now. When I close my eyes and focus on the peace of God within me, I see a different world. I don't see conflict or threats I believe can bring me harm. I see the love of God in my brother. I see his innocence. If his behavior does not reflect that love and innocence, I recognize it as a call for love. Rather than reacting with defensiveness to protect my image of myself, the peace within me opens my mind to the guidance of Holy Spirit, the light within me. This light shows me how to answer the call for love in a way that reduces guilt and helps my brother recognize the love that has always been his as well as mine. On my own, I have no idea what would be truly helpful. But as I acknowledge that the peace of God shining within me, what is helpful is revealed to me through a vision that sees far beyond the limited scope I have allowed myself. This serves a dual teaching function. It teaches my brother he is love and worthy of love. At the same time, it teaches me that within me I have a vision that sees far beyond the images of this world. It teaches me the power of peace. It teaches me what I am, reminding me of my source. As long as I think I am alone, I see a world divided and lacking love. But as I focus on the peace of God shining in me, individuality fades, divisions soften, and I begin to feel my brother as part of me. Bringing my attention to the peace of God shining in me now is a great gift that overflows from my heart. It cannot be contained, for by its nature, it reaches out to all, including all in its love. It is this I would learn today, that I might receive the world's blessing and know we are one. As I let my thoughts fly to the peace of God within, I am led to Christ's vision. This inner vision is quiet and full of peace. It needs nothing but to accept one communal identity as what is real and truth. This internal vision sees the peace of God in everyone and recognizes the universe of love. This inner vision is filled with contentment and happiness, for there is no conflict here. There is no lack here. There is no death and suffering here. This inner vision only remembers the truth of one universal identity. It recognizes that nothing else really matters because nothing else is real. This inward vision rests in its source and does not choose to make dreams of isolation and aloneness real. This inward vision is content to be itself as it was created and extend the peace, love, and joy that it is to all the rest of its one self. Today, I am willing to let my thoughts fly to this inward vision and feel the peace of God. I am willing to let my mind quiet and remember the truth today. pathwaysoflight.org. Yeah, so like I said, we've got some work to do today. The shining in your mind reminds the world of what it has forgotten, and the world restores the memory to you as well. From you, salvation radiates with gifts beyond all measure, given and returned. To you, the giver of the gift, does God himself give thanks. And in his blessing does the light in you shine brighter, adding to the gifts you have to offer to the world. The peace of God can never be contained. Who recognizes it within himself must give it, and the means for giving it are in his understanding. He forgives because he recognized the truth in him. The peace of God is shining in you now and in all living things. In quietness, it is acknowledged universally, for what your inward vision looks upon is your perception of the universe. So whatever you're focusing on is going to project out, and that's going to be your perception. So take time today to go inside and connect with the light within. And then, choose the Holy Spirit to take the wheel and let yourself be guided.